Ain't nothing changed. Tricking ain't changed. Just because you left the States don't mean when you get over there, what you doing ain't considered tricking. It's the same thing.
Just
You are,
cheaper.
it's cheaper. You are paying for a service. If that service is make you feel like you somebody,
Yeah.
then that's what it is. I mean, you can get that same thing in a gentleman's club. So I put it on a outside zipper. So if they found it, all I had to do is go in and take it out. And they had to bust my
Music
bag open.
licensing
It was a hit or
reimagined.
miss. Bam, touchdown in London, and
Good enough.
I checked my bag. Boom, it's still left.
Dubai, and I think that's when Trump was elected the first time in office, and he was saying that, yeah, man, we ain't got no problem with you. And he was like, what you mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You cool, black people cool, but the Trump guy, the color, well, his color, oh no, we don't like them. But I have heard it before, but he wasn't the only one say that when they see American. They don't think about how big you are, how fat you are, or as he said, his homeboy, he was smelling real bad. And
Well, he was my homeboy.
I don't know if I'm okay. I don't see the light of day. Looking up to higher ground, thinking that'll be your sweet escape. These days gotta schedule the romance. They say that love is a slow dance. A short bike ride to the crib, using no hands. So did it feel like I'm floating? But I'm falling with both eyes closed when I let the world spin. Testing the water, she got my nerves tense. Back when I ain't even have a purpose, I was so eager to learn some things. Anxiety bring out the worst in me. Society paint me as enemy. My making it by that remedy. I'm more occasional, don't do it regularly. Backs under my eyes, weighing down heavily. Mama been worried, the devil allegedly deep in the plan. Subconsciously wanted it since I was 10. I thought I was sharp on my scroll and my pen thinking dead. So mama found shit of them legs. She told me that's not who I am. But nowadays I put on for the fam, see you when I can. I'm surrounded by my feelings, I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. I bet I perish with 140 acres. She want the horse and the carriage, a porcelain portion of garbage. I talk to the mirror, I know that life's not the fairest. I lost my can, I can't pay off the bills with the blessing. I'm sure I relate to the Reddit page. It's feeling like money is everything. Money is everything. It's everything I need. Till I lay my eyes on you.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all checking in and traveling with G-Dub. I'm Mr. Lorio, and my man asked me to do a quick little sit down with him, so we're going to talk about my recent travels of Paris, London, and St. Maarten. Do me a big favor, though. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in for an incredible night. Oh, we're taking it up a notch. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Wes and Mike TZ coming all strong. Straight into the end zone. Hey, be sure you stick around because we're only getting warmed up.
I kept the faith, keeping the faith. I know you got it. Yeah, out of my way, give me some space, just family around me. Yeah, putting in work, won't say a word till they announce it. Ayy, determined to get it, I'm focused and driven. What you know about it? Thanks to the sun. Ayy, you see the melanin? Yeah, we just begun. Yeah, in my element. Came through clean looking, like a president. Martinelli porn, we celebrating with elegance. Yes, it's for the women you see by my side. She gave me reason to fight. Yes, mama, we made it. I know that you proud. Dad always told me stay true to the route. It's for the veal, golden the teal. Kids walk around with the golden they grill. Told you I'm focused, I never lost hope, and I'm giving them something they feel. I keep a trill, ain't no counterfeit. How does it feel if you doubted it? Still who we started with. Put down the seed, now it's harvesting. We make the art, then we market it, all of it. I kept the faith, keeping the faith. I know you got it. Yeah, out of my way, give me some space, just family around me. Ayy, putting in work, won't say a word until they announce it. Ayy, determined to get it.
all right, guys, what's good? It's your boy, Traveling with G, back again. I told you guys that we'll be back for another part of series. I want to say maybe like part 3 series. I don't know yet, but I don't know what I'm gonna name it. Well, I might name it. I don't know. But anyway, I got my boy Will back again, and this time, this time we gonna try to pick up like where we left off. Left off at a little bit, but we might I don't know. But then we gonna start from there, and he gonna finish telling us some more stories about when he was traveling and some in the military as well. And then from there, then we'll probably pretty much he'll start telling you his up to date his new travels. He just got back from St. Maarten in London, and
Yeah,
Paris.
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that too as well too. But here he is right here.
Shit, what's up, everybody? Y'all know what it is. Look at the scenery back here, guys. You know, my man G put me on this spot. It's a little chilly out here. It's like 50-something degrees over in Dallas, Fort Worth area. But anyway, you know, the last video was pretty decent. So we're gonna continue where we left off at. You know, basically, I'm giving you guys my insight on traveling just abroad in general. Most of my travel has been South America, Europe, um, parts of the Middle East, various places throughout the United States. But we're gonna jump into it. The last video we talked about basically South American travel, and we know right now there's a lot of stuff in the news about traveling to South America. A lot of stuff going on politically, but I'm here to enlighten guys that's looking to travel overseas, preferably South America, and I'm giving you guys my take. So the last video that we did, we talked about Dubai, we talked about Colombia, Brazil, Peru, several spots, and the video did pretty good. So we're gonna jump right back into it. Like G said, we're really just gonna continue on where we at. But for all you guys that's looking to travel to South America, you know, just what right now, guys, I want to tell you guys something. Be very careful. Right now, you got some political unrest. If you're going over there just a traveler, keep your hands in your pockets. You know what you're looking for. You want to enjoy the city, that's fine. But if you're over there looking for that nightlife experience, guys, you know, you're gonna need some tips and some things to navigate. Excuse that tear, is kind of windy out here. But the last video I was talking about how people was getting manipulated and caught a hanger. That was one of my spots I hit. You know, G, I told you about that, being in the military. And for a lot of the people that's checking this video out, just to let you know, I know Passport Bros been getting a lot of traction, but be honest with you, the military been doing this for years, like way before. I'm talking like World War One, World War Two, going to Germany, going all over the world. And of course, men got needs, and men tend to mingle with the local ladies out in town, and you know what happens after that. Fast forward to let's say 21st century, 2021, 2022, all the way into the day, we're seeing guys going over there and they looking for like maybe the sex tourism. But we're gonna try to help people out that's going over there who may connect with, you know, a young lady or, you know, a female over there. You ain't going over there for any of that sex stuff. We ain't talking about that. You know, we really doing traveling, like straight up travel, guys. You know. But anyway, like I said on my last video, we talked about a guy that got doped up, you know, got drugged up. It was an unfortunate thing, you know, and I'm not gonna really linger on that topic too much. I really want you guys to know that's going over to South America thinking everything is fine and clean. I'm gonna tell you guys this story right quick. I had a friend. Well, really, he wasn't a friend. I had this guy that I knew that I worked with, and we all out, probably about 30 of us, we chilling. And if I'm not mistaken, we was in Brazil. We was in Rio de Janeiro, hanging out down in Copacabana. You know, anybody that know about Brazil, Copacabana is the big spot, beach area. Yeah, tourist attraction, big clubs. Well, this particular guy, you know, he wasn't the cleanest dude. You know, he wasn't the cleanest guy, man, to be honest with you. You know, we always pushed him, hey, man, jump in the shower, man. You don't come out in town. Don't go out there smelling like you've been working all day. Basically, you know, we can only tell him what we can tell him. He went out there anyway, smelling like yesterday. And I didn't know. So we've been out there. I'm in Rio de Janeiro just having a blast. And we hit this club up. And I'm in a club and I see this dude. And I look, I'm like, hey man, look, old boy. Old dude had about 15. Okay, I ain't gonna exaggerate. Maybe about 7, 8 ladies, like around him. He had a bunch of money in his pocket. I can remember that much. And those ladies really didn't. If I smelled that dude, I know they smelled him. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of that story is like, if you going over there like thinking that these ladies are prestigious, it's all about money, man.
Yeah, pros.
It's all about money. They can overlook the smell and everything else. It's all about that dollar. So you guys going over there thinking you got something that's new, nobody ever seen before. I'm the first one to see her. Hey man, look, it don't work like that, So after me seeing that, and I realized, and I already knew the play, it ain't no secret, they ain't loyal.
No.
And I'm not here to discourage nobody that's over there doing this, but once you jump back on that plane, just to let you know, there's another dude pulling in.
Yes, sir.
There's another passport bro pulling in, and they got 15 or 20 of them on WhatsApp. I mean, this is a game, and I don't want you guys to go over there feeling like I found the one. And there are some situations, because I got another story where you can find an authentic, straight up real one.
Let me ask you this question, though. Do you think in like South America can you find a good, genuine, good woman? Like, what's the percentage of you find a good woman out of Brazil, Colombia, I don't know, Costa Rica, like a good woman, not no pro, not no mango, but I just want to know what's your opinion on that? Because my opinion, I think you can. I think it's like maybe 30% you can find a good one versus going to Europe and find a good woman. Or Spain, so like you said, Spain got good women too. Right. So, what's your opinion on that?
So let me tell you like this, and this how if you really want to invest in something and make something out yourself when you're going overseas looking for a partner or looking for something real long term, hey, stay out the tourist areas. if you in Colombia and you going down to Cartagena, or you going some of the big Medellin, that's like going to Vegas, man, and you already know that's bringing in a certain type of crowd. They looking for people with big pockets, deep pockets, and your pockets ain't deep enough because they got a guy coming from Europe with a bunch of money and it's gonna outshine you, But I would say if you going to any of these countries, you want to go inland. You want to go where a lot of people not at. You got to look at the itinerary that you have and try to figure out, do I want to stay in a touristy area or do I want to go off the beaten path? Or do I want to go to another part of the country that's known
for less tourist attraction?
Lesser tourist. And you may run into some genuine people, and they trust me. I was in Brazil, and me and a couple fellas, man, it's crazy because the people over there are so nice and hospitable that they will welcome you in their home. And when they do that, they cook and everything, and you don't even know them. And that ain't happening in the States at all. You ain't coming to the house. But we had a situation where, we met some good people, man. They cooked for us and served some wine and stuff. Now, was it risky? Once again, it was risky, but man, these people were so genuine. And it was a female. It was a female. Really? Yeah, it was a female. And she had other people too. She had other people with her in there as well. But, the thing about it was, those are the kind of people that you want to invest in. If you on a strip and come on, man, look, if I'm in a nightclub, what are my chances in pulling her out and making this person somebody I want to be with?
Right, yeah.
I mean, come on now, man. I mean, once I leave, you know how the game goes. Somebody else pulls up. Don't put your feelings in all this. So I tell people,
don't take them serious.
Nah, you can't take them serious because she's telling that line to everybody. Yeah. Basically, we just a meal ticket. And I hate to say that because not all passport travelers is looking for that. Yeah. Now they have a connection and they, start talking on the phone or whatever online.
Or they, I was watching this. I wasn't trying to cut you off, but it was a cat. We all know him. I follow him. But matter of fact, I subscribe to his channel. Game Abroad talked about this maybe about 2 days ago. Right now, he's in Cartagena, and he said you might find a chick that really, really likes you, but at the same time, you have to realize that she's she's poor. I mean, she might do like you, but you're going to realize that you might have to help her from time to time. You know what I mean? Like whether give her money for maybe for bill or rent, but she probably do like you. But the chances you being with somebody now, if you cool with that and you cool, if you don't mind paying her bills from that time to time, and you get a little bit something like some loving from her, and she really like you and y'all like each other, then me personally, I don't see no problem with it. But if it comes to the point where she keep asking money every time, Poppy, I need this, Poppy, then it's a problem. But anyway, I'm gonna turn it back to my man.
So, and here's the thing, guys. Don't get it twisted, man. Look, I'm from the city, man. So I'm gonna tell you guys, man. You guys want to know what's going on? Ain't nothing changed. Tricking ain't changed. Just because you left the States don't mean when you get over there, what you doing ain't considered tricking. It's the same thing.
Just cheaper.
It's cheaper. You are paying for a service. If that service is make you feel like you somebody, then that's what it is. I mean, you can get that same thing in a gentleman's club. I can get that same thing online. So don't think because you going over there, you ain't macking nothing, you ain't player, you ain't doing none of that. Look, man, these people's culture has been intertwined with this type of lifestyle before you were born. You just figuring it out. You know, they moms, grandmas, and told them how to do this.
Yes,
you know,
I believe that.
People are coming in this country every day, going into different South American countries. Now, to jump off of that, like I said about the guy with the that didn't have the good hygiene, you know, that just goes to show you how serious this business is. You know, when it comes down to what I can get out of, this guy from America or this guy from a European country. They doing that stuff on a regular basis, and they good at what they do. They'll make you feel like the best person on the planet. But once you leave, and they really don't have no boundaries to let you know, what we consider, immoral over there, and you still gotta have some type of moral compass to not do certain things. It's not right to mess with an underage person. Now, when you get desperate and run out of money and you can't be with an adult, because them adult females over there, they're asking for $300-400. Now, I know that may not be a lot for a lot of people, but you ain't got it like that. You may have $5,000. That's your budget, $5,000.
Bro, I want to try to cut you off or nothing, but I want to say about that is that, I mean, some of them do charge a lot, and you know why? Because a lot of times they say a lot of tourism attraction is high, and they know a lot of American. Well, I'm gonna say tourism, period. No matter where you're from, because they know that we have money, and they think you're a meal ticket, and that's pretty much what they, what they see when they see American. They don't think about how big you are, how fat you are, or as he said, his homeboy, he was smelling real bad. And
he was my homeboy.
Okay. Well, what his co-workers, he said. So yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, but the point what he's saying is that everything is about money. It come back to the money, because money talk, and we already know bullshit walks 1,000 miles. So here we go.
And here's the thing, man. Look, come on, fellas. Man, don't be going over there, man. You guys ain't. Take care of yourself. If you're gonna be going overseas, I don't care. Man, look, you gotta redo your whole image, man. You ain't get a haircut, shave. You think because these females in the third world country, they ain't looking at your appearance. They really not, to be honest with you. They really, like I said.
But it does help if you got some type of attraction, they make it better for them. Then she might like you, but at the same time, you might gonna have to pay some money.
Right, and the thing is,
a bill or two.
So and it's true, because most of these passport bros, they really trying to flip the female. They trying to flip her. They trying to take her from, okay, you look too good to be out here doing this. Let me snatch you up, take care of you, make you mine. And that's the thing. They don't start off thinking, I like this guy and I want to be in a relationship. They thinking, I'm trying to get 500 from him, 400 from him, whatever I can get. Your objective is, if you're really looking for somebody authentic and somebody you can settle down with, you trying to pull her from that. Well, it's going to be hard, man, because there's going to always be a bigger shark in the sea.
When you leave, you're on the airplane, some other guy wait.
And that's the reason why passport bros do what they do. Passport bros really don't have no feelings in a sense of what happens after they leave. You're not supposed to catch feelings. When I leave Brazil and I'm about to jump on a plane and go to Thailand, I've already forgot about what I left. That's on my phone, checking in, faking, and doing whatever I do. But for the most part, once I hit that next country, it's all over. I gotta do it all over again. I mean, you're doing this over and over. You hopping around. But what we're trying to talk about is, if you're gonna do this thing, do it right, guys. Don't go to a country and you ain't exploring the land. That's another thing. Get in with the locals. I know some people told me about on the comments by checking in. They don't have to check in. Well, you're absolutely right. Checking in is not something that you should be doing. But if you are going in areas that you don't belong, you best to believe you're gonna have to show some love to these locals. I'm not gonna go back over that. If you're a professional passport bro, I already see your page. I see the rooms, I see the hotels you renting, and I look around and I see all these people in your room. You are checking in. You opening up your facility, whatever you have, to people you don't know. They're not bringing you to their place. They coming to you. That's all I'm saying. You showing them that, hey, I got love for you, all that stuff. But I don't expect anybody, if you less than 25 years old, if you're gonna be hitting up South America to go out there, flexing, you need to get used to the area first. You need to figure out how these people living. And then if you're looking for something, I get it, you're young, you're trying to get it in. Well, there's a cost involved. You got to be prepared for it. May be good, it may be bad. I might get got, I might get away with it. But you never get away with the same thing twice. So, but that's really not a big deal. We ain't really gonna focus on that. But I really want to talk about, when you're hitting these countries up, here's something. Good recommendation, something I'm just starting to do. Man, I'm hitting tours. People ain't touring the city, man. You're going to Brazil and you never been to Christ the Redeemer statue. You in Colombia and you ain't never check out the Emerald Factory. You don't know what's in this city because all you thinking about is a piece of ass. That gave us a bad rap. And a lot of these people getting sick of that tourism deal like that.
Another thing going on. Yeah, I've been hearing about that too. They saying right now, as we already know about Colombia and the Venezuelan situation between Trump and them, but I have saw something on Facebook. No, I'm sorry, not Facebook. I'm lying. YouTube, and they were saying that the locals they are really being very, very upset right now about what happened. Some locals like it, but they say that the Venezuelans are very happy because they've been oppressed for so long. You know what I mean? Because they had a dictator. I guess I forgot the guy's name, but
I don't know his name.
But they
Maduro
was
or something like that.
Maduro or something. But they were saying that they was happy. But on the flip side of that, Colombia is kind of like little pissed off a little bit because Trump had made a threat. He threatened the president. He threatened him, told him that, hey, they pretty much he's gonna be next, pretty much. And so right now, me personally, I was supposed to go to Colombia. I paid for the ticket and everything. I had to switch it over to DR. So for next month. So right now, sorry about that. So right now, I'm going to DR right now. So but anyway, right now, just be cautious of if you're going to South America. Especially Colombia, just be real cautious. And Cuba and I think Mexico right now is on high alert.
Mexico's always been tight. But and here's something. So G talked about. I was just telling G, I just came back. I'm fresh off of business flagship class from Paris, man. And I'm in Paris, having a great time with my wife. And I'm in Paris and I'm looking around. I don't see no brothers. And I'm like, hold on, man, all this passport, where they at? And it came to my understanding that most people, well, not even the price, the expensive. A lot of people, these passport young guys, they going over to these places where they see that their money can go further. Thailand. And I didn't see, you rarely gonna see what they call, they ain't no passport bros, man. These are travelers, man. American travelers. Let's just stick it with that. We traveling abroad, but some people that don't have it like that, who want to flex, again, if they budgeted $5,000 ain't gonna get you too far in European countries. That ain't gonna take you nowhere. That's $5,000. Shit, I spent $10,000 on the plane tickets. That's on the plane tickets for two people. That's business class. And that's well worth it when you flying 10 hours, $10,000, 5 going and 5 coming back. And that's actually was a cheap ticket too. But when I'm in Paris, beautiful country, France, and I'm looking and I don't see nobody look like me. Now they are a lot of Africans out there, but I don't see no Americans out there. Like I'm in Colombia, I couldn't even turn around. There's a pocket here, a pocket there. The clubs look like an American club. So what I'm saying is, if you guys want to reinvent yourself, start hit up other places. You don't have to keep going to Dominican Republic, Brazil, Colombia. She'll take you a spot down to Peru.
I was gonna do that too.
Go to Argentina. I mean, if you're really looking at they got French Guyana or whatever.
They say they race down in Argentina.
Well, that's then that. Well, they racist toward you anywhere you go. I mean, it ain't like you're gonna be getting love everywhere, but you want to get out there and trying to find new places to explore. So when you do that, the heat comes off. Because when I'm again, St. Martin, a beautiful island, and they got St. Martin got two sides. You got St. Martin, the Dutch side, and you got St. Martin, the French side. And I didn't see a lot of brothers out there. That island is a predominantly man, and I found out the hard way. It's for late girls trips. Man, look, all the ladies from all over the world goes to St. Martin. That island, when I tell you, well, yeah, you can. Well, you know what? You can say that because you're absolutely right. Because the locals there are people of color, and they in the service business, and they doing everything, man. Like you seen a Jamaican scrub thing where they scrubbing and doing the little the bathing in the water. You know, those people are doing all that, and a lot of sisters are taking advantage of it. But I look to my left and on my right, where the brothers at, and I'm like, come on, guys. Here's the problem. You guys don't want to explore places where you feel you may be looked down on. If you think that these ladies in South America is looking at you like a king, then that's not what it is. We already explained you a meal ticket. Now, if you're just trying to get your rocks off, then hey man, look, you can do that back home. Because there's a lot of people that's trying to travel, and when I touch down, they look at me like one of them.
I want to speak on that for a second. I want to say, well, anyway, I want to touch the subject on the part what you're saying back home, right? So right now, what's going on? I looked it up. It's on my phone, but it's called the loneliness epidemic in the states. And what they mean in the states, there's not a lot of social. It's more like a social media. Like people don't go nowhere and meet up and do stuff like that. And a lot of guys right now, they're having some issues trying to date women here in the States. I mean, you could talk to them, but every time we talk to them, it's about money or what can you do for me? I saw on YouTube one girl, she was saying, if you want to take me out on a date and I got 2 kids, you need to pay for my nails, my hair, my outfit. If you want me to go out with you and pay for my babysitter. Now remember, those not even my kids. So I'm just touching on that because a lot of men is kind of like tired of this bullshit. It's bullshit, basically.
Well, and hey, man, look, I figured how the passport thing started, man. And let me tell you guys something, man, because there's different type of passport. So yeah, we talk. So, hey guys, look, different type of feeling on a club vibe. And when I say that is the music is totally different. It's just like if you ever been to Vegas and to one of these high end clubs. They're gonna have different levels, 4, 5, 6 levels, man. That's what I like about it. Paris got one that's like 7 or 8 levels. I couldn't get in that spot, but the music is different. If you're not musically inclined with different genres of music, then it may not be for you because they do a lot of EDM, a lot of techno, a lot of fast beats. Yeah.
Hip hop or nothing like that.
Well, no, they got, of course, man. They got hip hop. They got a lot of hip hop. But it ain't going. Nah, they only go with like the top charts, man. Whoever hot at that moment. But the club scene. Hey guys, look, if you're gonna go to these spots, definitely hit up the nightlife because if you're gonna travel, that's one of your focal points. Now the older people they do the beaches and they do the restaurant, but the younger crowd they're looking for that nightlife, and that's what majority of the actions. That's what action is. And then from what I've seen, my experience, You got a better chance going to the club, meeting somebody, but it's risky because you don't know what you're getting yourself into because they got people in there they running plays in them. And they'll go to club 20 nights a week waiting on Americans to hit. They don't know when Americans coming in, but when they do come in, the driver is telling you, hey, they got a nice club, check it out. You thinking, oh man, that's a bet. Boom, you go to the club. When you get in there, like I said, when I got into any country, soon as they saw me, they knew you ain't from here. I ain't got nothing different. I got a polo on, a pair of jeans. They can just look and see you ain't from here. So imagine going in a nightclub, flexing, of course. You getting bottle service. He ain't from here, and you're gonna attract certain type of you're gonna attract a lot of baddies. That's just the way it works.
Also, other guys. Okay. Yeah. So anytime that you do that, I understand what you're saying. That you can track other stuff like guys gonna be watching you, might try to rob you or something like that.
It's
You
kind
know,
of
trying.
rare. It's rare though. I mean, the chances of you getting robbed is I'm still on. It's kind of rare because they're really not trying to mess up that money. It's bigger than what you think it is. If anybody getting messed over or taken advantage of, that's away from the spot. That's away. You didn't went somewhere you shouldn't have went, or you didn't went to a hotel that she recommended, and that's where all the action happens at. But getting robbed in clubs is really rare. I did see in Dominican Republic, I'm at a club in Santo Domingo, and this club had a patio, and I think I talked about it earlier, but on another video, the guys roll up on their bikes.
On the mopeds.
On the mopeds.
I remember that,
and they robbing everybody on a patio. And I'm in St. Maarten. What's funny about it because, man, you can be walking and you'll hear the bikes revving up, and I'm talking about 70 bikes. Now, what you gonna do when you got 70 dudes roll up on you? They ain't got no guns. You can't do nothing but empty your pockets. But that's rare. That ain't really happening like that. Most of the time, them guys out having a good time. They ain't really doing none of that jacking and stuff like that.
Now I know in London, they are not allowed. I mean, they're not allowed to have guns. They have like machetes and knives and stuff, right? Is that true?
So when I got there, one of my drivers was telling me that, because the first thing they do when they meet an American is they say, man, why you guys shooting each other all the time? They're like, I was like, hey man, it ain't like that. That's not all. That's propaganda. That's propaganda. They're like, but that's what the news they see. Everybody.
Some of it true, not all of it.
Some of it true, but they really believe what they read and hear that every American carries a gun.
They shoot up the place.
Shoots up. Right. So we talked about that, but he told me, well, you got to be careful because we got a lot of knife crimes, and people be getting jugged multiple times. Yeah. So it's funny because, hey, look, I'm gonna let y'all know the play. So what I did, and it was either a hit or miss. What I'm about to tell y'all, a hit or miss. I had this small can, like a little small travel size pepper spray. I got it from Bass Pro Shop, and it's about this big, and it's lethal. It's like super concentrated pepper, like ghost pepper or whatever. So I threw that in my check bag.
Oh, so you got that in? I mean, you got it here?
I bought it here. So I put it on a outside zipper. So if they found it, all I had to do is go in and take it out, and they had to bust my bag open. Okay. It was a hit or miss. Bam, touchdown in London, and I checked my bag. Boom, it's still there. All right, so check me out. So, because now what the thing about it is, and I did that because you got to think about it. Look, man, I'm out there dressed decent, and I want to walk the city. I'm walking the city. They know I ain't from the city, and them goons got to eat.
Yeah.
And what's my chances? They don't care about me. I ain't from there. They can tell. So I had my little pepper spray in my pocket, and I had it on me the whole time in Paris and London.
Yeah.
And If anything kicked off, because they got them knife crimes out there.
Yeah.
See, it ain't like a gun. A knife, they put a sharp knife in your back.
Bleed out.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you can feel that. You
That's
might
gonna,
bleed out.
yeah. So I got away with that, man. And I tell you guys, I'm not saying don't bring no other type of firearm, but I got that in. Yeah, I that made it through, and I had no problem though because, like I said before, most people don't mess with us. They ain't really,
Us kind of people.
they ain't messing with us. And then the guy told me, one of my drivers said, y'all will be fine.
Yeah, because I heard it before. Anyway, you remember JJ, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
JJ said, well, I'm gonna try to piggyback on this what he just said, but JJ told me when he was in I think Dubai,
Yep.
and I think that's when Trump was elected the first time in office, and he was saying that, yeah, man, we ain't got no problem with you. And he was like, what you mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You cool, black people cool, but the Trump guy, the color, well, his color, oh no, we don't like them.
Yeah.
But I have heard it before, but he wasn't the only one said it either though.
So, and yeah, it's true, man. And you got to use that to your advantage. We may be the most hated people on the planet, but we can move freely in certain places. But if you're in Europe, moving freely like that ain't always a good thing,
Like, wow,
Well,
being black?
being black in Europe, because they got some haters.
I heard they're real racist though. I have heard that because JJ keep telling me.
Yeah,
they racist.
well, you got to think, man. You got to think. They don't know. Well, here's the thing. They know when they see me or see you, we're not African. They can look at us and see you guys are not. Look, the Africans don't look nothing like us, and that's why I keep trying to tell people the skin look different. The features are different. So when I'm running up in any country, and I'm shopping and spending good money, they shocked. Yeah. They're like, "Whoa,
how you get all this money?
How you get all this money?" Because they always see the black people always begging and selling stuff. But
you know what they're doing in Paris?
Yeah, man, I got the video. Yeah, the video I made on my Instagram, you'll see it. Everybody out there selling fake goods, and that's another thing, man. All the goods are fake. Why don't buy that off the street now? If you just want to buy a fake Gucci, they got it on the corner.
Like shoes, right?
Yeah, everything fake, everything. Yeah, it's fugazi. But I got, like I said, I got that pepper spray through, and my trip was safe, and we had no issues. I ain't even have nobody even thinking about even doing nothing. I ain't no big dude, but just being an American, man, that goes a long way. That I'm gonna tell y'all something. Everybody in this world, they kind of fear Americans. It's a natural fear that we are the baddest and the worst people on the planet.
American or just American period?
Well, just American and period. Just American period. Now you add black American to it.
Right? All this shooting up.
Yeah, that's what they think. They think everybody is a killer. Parties. Right, they think we all killers, but that ain't true. Yeah. But now I have my little pepper spray on me because that's what I'm trying to tell you guys about being aware of your surroundings. If I'm gonna be in South America, man, it's a bad thing to have no protection. It's a bad thing to be ran up on and a guy put a machete or a gun to your head, and all he gonna get is $60.
Your life,
and you might lose it for that. Yeah. Depending on
the situation, where you at, and if you messing with a broad and she could be in on that, that's another thing you guys got to. So when I go next month, I like to have somebody that I know, and I got a couple homegirls over there, so I kind of like. That's why I always go. In any type of country, I always have something set up. So I always pregame. I have a female that I meet online first, and I talk to her for like maybe about 2 or 3 months before I actually trust her. I'm not saying, and
see her face too. Like,
I always FaceTime her and stuff. But when I go next month, which by the way, you guys already know that. So I'm gonna go next month. I will have a female companion, a friend of mine. She's gonna be there with me the whole time, and but not because I'm scared. Just the whole point, so I can be aware of my surroundings, and she can tell me, she can put me on game of what's going on. Don't go there, don't go here, stuff like that.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. If you're gonna be an international traveler, I know a lot of guys going by themselves, and they posting videos like you can just go any country by yourself, and you really can. I told you, I ran up on a dude in Paris, but Paris is safe, you know, for black people. We know that it ain't no problem. But and I'm in Morocco, I'm in Turkey, you know, they treat me the same way. I'm getting a lot of love in these countries. Like they ain't messing with me. They showing a lot of respect. But to connect with somebody that's from that area makes a big difference. You don't want to be out there talking about going to the club and you don't even know the play. You don't even know, okay, I'm not going on Saturday night because Saturday night is the night when them boys come out. I want to go on Sunday night. It doesn't matter what night you go on. If you in a nightclub and you ain't from that city, you there for the vibe anyway. It don't matter. If you gonna find something, it's gonna be there if they got 20 people in there or if it's gonna be 1,000 people in there. You really ain't looking for no specific type of person. You start getting in that mindset, then you're a target. Now you're a target. Now you thirsty. You out there looking, man, where the strip club at? Where this at? Where that's at? And that's another thing.
Them spots too, when he talking about the titty bars and stuff, but them spots with the titty bars, just know a lot of things can go down in those strip clubs. A lot. Like, anything can happen. You know what I mean? So just be prepared for that, especially when you're in another country as well.
And it's funny because me and a couple of fellas, we overseas and we in a, you know, a gentleman's club, and these guys outside fully armed. I'm talking about fully armed like bodyguards, man. And you ain't leaving out of there until they tell you. It ain't like I can keep going in and out. This is like one of the spots I've been to. I think this was in Colombia. There's just not all spots like this, but yeah, man, it was like you ain't gonna be going in and out like that. And so yeah, that's that. Man, I got the craziest thing since we already talking about that. Man, I got the craziest story, man. The craziest. So where was that? Man, I want to say Panama. I take that back. It wasn't Panama. I'm just gonna go off the head and think I'm thinking Argentina, man. I'm just thinking Argentina for some reason. Man, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, man. We in this spot, we walks in, it's like this, it's like a bathhouse, but it's a nightclub.
What's that? Bathhouse? What is that?
A bathhouse is basically a place where basically men go in, sit around conducting business. Most of them in there naked. Oh, they got a towel on. We didn't know that until we got in. Okay. But they in there, they in these spots, like you got a lot of Russians being there, a lot of, you know, Asians. I got you. So we in this spot, we went in. Now when I got in, we didn't know what it was. We did see, it said something like nightclub or something. Anyway, we in there, and the lady said, okay, she gave each one of us, I think like 6 of us, a wristband. A wristband with a barcode on it. She said, okay, give me your wrist. She gave everybody a wristband. We got the wristbands on. Then they walked us down to a locker. Everybody got their own personal locker. Open the locker up, and in the locker was a robe, white clean robe, brand new. White slippers, brand new, like hotel style. And it was like, okay, now from now you go into the shower. Everybody taking showers, but you got your own shower. Ain't no everybody together. Everybody have their own shower. So I'm like, man, what's going on? What is this?
Yeah.
Man, I thought we was going to a club. I thought it was like a regular club. Yeah. So after that, we come out. Then this big dude, like I said, fully armed. You don't have nothing on you. All you got is the robe, the slippers on. You ain't got no wallet, no money, and a wristband. Yeah. That's all you got on. Now, this ain't no exaggerating, guys. This ain't fake. This is real life. But you ain't gonna know about this stuff because it ain't broadcast. The people who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So we got, everybody took their shower. Man, this big dude got a big gun with him, walked us in. Man, it's like the movies. He had this sliding door. When he opened this sliding door, man, and when we went in, man, it was like something you seen in a movie. It was like plush seats, glass, like champagne glasses along the wall, and a bunch of old, rich Yeah, man. They had one brother was in there. And I'm gonna talk about that. When we got in there, man, it must have been about 20 women in there. Hey, man, look.
Fine too, probably some dying.
Man, look. I'm like, we ain't got no money. Ain't no money. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't no money going on in here. Ain't no cash. It was cashless.
Oh yeah, they already paid.
No, they ain't no already paid.
No, I was about the female probably was already paid out. Oh, okay.
No.
Type of point. Okay.
No. So you got the wristband, so you in there, and it's like just like a mafia style, like a Russian mafia type dudes in there. Everybody in there chilling, drinking, smoking cigars. And I went to the bar to get a drink. And she's like, okay, what you want? Got my drink. Zap. Hit the wristband. I'm like, no. I mean, but see, you ain't thinking about the price. So they zapped that. And we just vibing. So then I saw this one black dude, and he was a international basketball player. Because he asked us, man, what are y'all doing over here? Like, like what y'all doing over here?
Yeah.
He thought we was basketball, because there's a lot of international basketball players over there.
Yeah.
And we told him, now we military, man, we chilling, blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, welcome, all that. And man, oh man, one of my people, he took two females.
Yeah.
Because they got a little area. I'm telling you, man, it's VIP. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give it. I think it's similar to. This might be similar to. If you go to Vegas, they got this thing called a dollhouse. It's not in Vegas. It's outside the city limits.
The cat house.
The cat house, and they got a bunch of. So you go in there
outside. It's in the rural area.
Yeah. And these are high-end prostitutes. High-end, like thousands of dollars a night. And this spot was similar to that. And he took two of them back there. They zapped his wrist. Boom, boom. That's how you get into the little suites. Let him in the suites. Bam, came out. Everybody still vibing. It was time to go. Now, when it was time to go, all of us had to go to that same cashier that let us in. And she zapped your thing and told you, all right, 300, 200, 1,800. And my man was like, cash. Everything was on a barcode. That's how you get out of there. You couldn't get out. It wasn't no going in and out. Once you in for the night.
Yeah.
Until it's time for you to check out.
Okay.
And
how much were yours?
I don't know, man. Mine wasn't a couple $100, man.
No shit.
Because I still had some money on me. I had a lot of money on me, man. I had a lot of their money, clown money, funny money. We call it monopoly money. I had a lot of money, maybe about $700-800 on me. Because we know we're gonna blow through that easy. Drinking, partying, doing everything. But my man was a little high. So the guy came with the gun again. Like I told you, he out there like, all right, y'all figure it out. So they told him they said, y'all figure it out. And we asked him, man, what you got? What'd you get for that? Like, tell me what you got for that much money. Well, they got him. Between the drinking and whatever services, my man he got. And he got him so good because he said, and this is what he told us, he didn't remember anything. He said, man, I don't even remember what happened. I'm like, come on, dog. Well, I don't think they did. I think he was so faded. He was so faded, man, off that liquor that in his mind, he lost his money. It was a waste of money.
I hope he got some.
I'm sure he got it in. He got it in, but when you so tore up, you ain't thinking about that. And I'm like, man, so that's another thing. You go into these spots and you're not familiar with the culture and how because a lot of this stuff ran by Russians.